Welcome to Sacred Wandering with Keira. My friend, this is a corner of the world where time stops, where the noise in our minds quiet, where we have soft hearts and we open our palms and we ask. This is a place where we receive. I invite you to join me as we wander through the sacred together. Welcome to Sacred Wandering. Good morning, my love. We made it here right now in this space in our prayer corner 2 days in a row. We're going to celebrate this, okay? So we're going to begin today by taking notice of our spine. We're going to take this beautiful golden nectar and it's going to move down through the spine. We're going to breathe it in. And on this exhale, it's going to be the magnet that pulls this nectar down through the spine, coating our spine to match the frequency of God's love. Let's breathe that in again. All the way down. So what if the spine was actually the coder, like a software coder, but the coder of our bodies? And the more that we become aware of the spine, the more that we become aware of if our spine is wobbly, if it has holes, when we become aware of our connection to God within our very spine, there is a deepening that happens. There's like a strength that occurs, and I call it a strong spine and sturdy feet. And when we can get into that energy, our decisions are clearer, our connection is more alive, and we're more confident. It's oftentimes where we don't take action right away, where we have been inspired, we have seen visions, we have felt the call, but our feet are slow. And in that version of you, your spine is wobbly. And a wobbly spine will never sustain you. And a wobbly spine will make you susceptible to fear and doubt. And all the visions that you have been called to birth into the world will actually, they'll disintegrate within the presence of the wobble. But those who can stand in their very own lived truth, in the experience of burning the absolute ships, that whatever God asks, you must do. And in this space, you become the miracle worker, for your spine aligns with the very light of God. And this is how we step into new timelines. This is how we step into the version we were always called to be. And so today, my love, let's strengthen that spine and let's sturdy those feet. And I'm inviting you to burn your ships. I'm inviting you to go all in. That whatever you hear from God, whatever you receive, you must do. For if you ask, you will receive. And those who do, we change the world. So today, I want to read to you a message. I opened up, I asked God, what message am I to read today? And this message was given to me on January 22nd, so a little bit ago. Oh, I've already read that one to you guys. It wants to be read again. It's okay, we won't. No, we're not going to double this. All right, let's find a new one. Let's find a new one, shall we? I got all excited to read that one. Let's see, what would be, what do we have here? So many messages have come to me. This one is so beautiful. This one was given to me when I was sitting next to the river. I have this little prayer corner on the river. And I was looking out at the river and it's beautiful and the sun is dancing on top of the water and it's full. The river is full, even though we had almost no snow this winter, which really is like very dangerous, right? No snow means no runoff, means our rivers will be low. And yet there was water. And God said, there is always enough. Even in a drought, people survive. Believe it, and it so shall be. There is always enough. Even in a drought, people survive. Believe it, and it so shall be. And as I was given those words, God showed me how there's always this river, no matter what. And to trust that there's always enough. There's always enough love. There's always enough time. There's always enough finance. There's just always enough. And if we believe it, it so shall be. It's when we don't believe it that it begins to disappear. So imagine that your belief is actually the seed of the reality in which you live. And when you fully grasp this, my love, everything is absolutely possible. So today, as you go into prayer, I'm going to ask you to pick up whatever you think is true right now. All right. Maybe it's like, oh, no one will buy my programs. Or, a few weeks ago, I discovered one of my deepest beliefs, which was that I believed that love was not real. Well, God has taught me otherwise. And I will tell you that belief created that truth. And the fact that I didn't believe that love was real meant that love was actually nowhere to be found, because that was the belief in which I held. But as God has cracked my heart open, and as God has told me that this belief does not serve me, my children, my life, my heart, my business, and God has opened my heart, I realized, even the deepest beliefs that were created from a place of pain, belief that were created from a place of suffering, a place of wishing and not receiving, whatever it is, I'm going to invite you to pick that up and you're going to put it right into God. Remember, as we place it into God, it immediately transfigures within the presence of such divine love. And I want you to feel it drop off of your body here and now. You don't need to carry it anymore. Let it go, let it go, let it go. And then I'm going to ask that God, the hand of God, will touch every one of your cells, that your cells may match the frequency of the divine, that your cells may match the frequency of absolute and unbelievable miracles, that you may radiate with such light that moves and breathes throughout every part of you. And in this space, I'm going to ask that God will magnify you. For however we sit with God, by law is magnified. And so we shift our frequency up to match the very essence of miracles before we sit with God. And then in this spot, we come and we ask for a blessing. So I'm going to ask that God will place his hands on your head to give you a blessing, that you may receive the words that are for you today. And I will be quiet while you pray. Take a nice deep breath in, letting all of those words be written within the very belly of your heart, allowing your cells to rejoice, for new patterns have been placed within you. And just take one more breath into that spine, feeling the strength of it, the sturdiness of your feet. For sturdy feet know where they are going, and those who do as God asks, they actually know where they're going. So I'm going to invite you to open the palms of your hands to the very heavens, and you're going to ask God, what is my most important action that I need to do today? You're going to listen. You're going to receive. And then I'm going to call on all of our angels and guides and ask that they may walk with us today. That all of the obstructions that have been hindering our growth may be cleared. That our ability to hear God may be strengthened. And that in such precision of receiving, we may become. And with that, my love, I thank you for wandering into the sacred. And I will see you tomorrow morning in our prayer corner. Thank you for wandering into the sacred with me today. If this episode moved or inspired you, I encourage you to share it. Think of someone who needs this message today and text it to them. Let's add more light to the world by welcoming people into our prayer corner together. I also want to invite you to create your own prayer corner at home, a space set apart where you can return again and again to hear God's voice. To support you, I've created the Sacred Space course, which guides you step by step in locating, creating, and dedicating your very own sacred space. You're also welcome into the Sacred Wandering Facebook group, where you can share the blessings that God is giving you and be uplifted by others walking this path. You can find both of these resources in the show notes, or just send me a DM on Instagram at Keira Brinton, and me or my team will send them directly to you. I want to thank you for being one of the rare humans who chooses to sit at the foot of God, to ask, listen, and do. And as always, I want to thank you for wandering into the sacred with me.